Hey guys, Hammeh here. It was almost too good to be true. We got to a day before the event, but now a leak has come out and we know what we're going to be fighting against in Overwatch Insurrection, for that is the name of the event, launching tomorrow. We've seen a trailer from PlayStation France, in French of course, that shows us some skins, as well as more about the actual brawl that we're going to be fighting in. Needless to say, of course, this spoils the entire event, so if you don't want to be spoiled, check out some of my other lore videos below. Otherwise, let's get stuck in and see what's going on. Okay, in this trailer, this roughly translates to 7 years ago. We're in a redesigned King's Row, and of course, from the comic that we had, Uprising, the other day, we know that Null Sector, a bunch of terrorist or extremist Omnics, depending on how you want to define them, have taken over King's Row and taken Mondata, the mayor, and several other people hostage. So this is now Overwatch coming in the second phase to come and try to save the day. Torbjorn loaded a bomb into the plane at the end of the comic, and we see our heroes fighting through hordes of bots, presumably Null Sector Omnics, in King's Row, towards them in the swarm style fashion. Now note that we're fighting in different sections of King's Row here, and at the very end we actually see them get to the doors of the power plant at the very end in the level. The translation of this roughly comes into, and I'm no expert at French, but it's something like, "This is Morrison, King's Row has fallen, we're in open war." Someone else jumps in and says thousands have been died or injured, and then another voice jumps in, and I presume it's Rare, saying blackwatch agents have scouted important fortifications or defences. There does seem to be some slight arguing, maybe it's the Prime Minister of Britain or something. I'm wondering whether there's another voice chiming in saying Overwatch can't get involved, and the Overwatch team throw themselves in. So we then get on to the next bit, which is skins, and we have the skins revealed. So we have blackwatch mccree. I know a lot of us were speculating that. Blackwatch Genji. This one's pretty cool. It's La Griffe in French, which roughly translates to the claw. Obviously, this is Widowmaker or Amelie Lacroix, probably just after she'd been brainwashed by Talon. And maybe before she killed Gerard in his sleep, just after she killed her husband Gerard in his sleep, who knows. But obviously, look at her skin colour. She is not the slightly more blue-looking Widowmaker that we know at the moment. Now, obviously, there's the rest of the Overwatch agent models that we've seen. The Torbjorn one, the Tracer one, the Reinhardt one, and the Mercy one with the sweet cap, so they're all skins incoming as well. And there are another couple we see. We see what might be a younger Torbjorn. We see a Bastion, presumably with Null Sector branding on it. We see, that must be a Zarya one. Is that another Winston emote I see there? And then some really, really cool sprays. Now, I want to jump in to go through these sprays because of some of the lore implications. There's some really cool stuff here. I can't wait to see the rest of them when the event releases tomorrow. So, first things first here, we have a little Sombra coffee machine spray. Does anyone remember the jokes about the coffee machine when the Lumerico employees were exchanging emails from the Sombra ARG last year? So Blizzard have taken the Sombra espresso jokes and put it in the game as a spray. Really, really like that. This looks like, I think, Ana learning to shoot. It's someone a little bit older. It's not looking like Farah. So we actually seem to be getting sprays about something to do with a lot of the heroes' origins, which is really cool. A young Gabriel Reyes here, looking pretty sharp. Also love this blackwatch mccree spray, which is very, very cool. And then looking at this one, this is Bastion coming from the water like in his recent comic. Now, I love this one. Obviously, we know who these people are. It must be Amelie and our first sight of Gerard Lacroix. Now, if this is Amelie and Gerard, then obviously the two people in Ana's origin trailer, some people speculated as to whether the guy on the left was Gerard. I don't think it looks like him too much. So who is he? Someone different entirely maybe? What do you reckon? A little diva here, 3DS Gaming, which I really like. Well, a generic console, but let's face it, that's a Game Gear or a 3DS or something similarly chunky. We see Farah studying here as well. I love this Zarya kind of war pin-up style poster, like the Second World War poster. You can see that being on a wall in Russia somewhere, inspiring people to the fight against the Omnics. And this has got to be Reinhardt, surely. Maybe this is the poster that Farah had on her wall. I remember that poster. My hair was amazing. And of course, his hair is looking pretty amazing there. Lucio here giving the kids some hockey gear as well, so that's kind of cool to jump into as well. Of course, some sweet sprays of Mercy and Orisa, so really looking forward to those. Now, the reason I love this trailer so much is that unless you slow it down to like really, really slow-mo, you can miss so many of these sprays. So, because we like going through a few details here on this channel, in case you hadn't gathered already, let's have a look at some more. So we've got the two brothers Shimada having a little bit of ramen, which is really, really cool. Here we have Tracer in what I guess is her Slipstream test fighter, perhaps, or perhaps another plane that she was flying before, of course, her accident. Little Winston presumably playing on the moon, on the Horizon Lunar Colony. And finally, two really interesting ones. The second last interesting one is Zenyatta. Now look at him. If this is Zenyatta Origins, it almost looks as though he's kind of just a shell of an Omnic, of a robot at this point. So what's put into him? When's he activated? Is he hanging on a production line here, or is he being produced perhaps by fellow Omnics? Who knows? That one intrigues me, just seeing Zenyatta in a very lifeless state, if indeed you call life what he has at the moment. And last but not least, this one. Now, who is Torb standing next to? It's not his wife, because we've seen her in the Christmas comic, and of course she's blonde. This looks like Brigitte to me. Brigitte to some, pick your pronunciation. Does this mean, therefore, that Brigitte is Torbjorn's daughter? Now, that'd be pretty cool, and it would also be a cool story if he'd sent her to keep an eye on Reinhardt, look after him. We know where she got her engineering know-how from in Reinhardt's comic Dragon Slayer, and indeed her running around, and of course being in the family photo at Christmas. So, leaving you with that one, that's so much fun. There we have it. So, at the very end of the trailer, we cut to this shot of this rather ominous looking Omnic, which I'm guessing might be the final boss at the end of it all. Then we know that the event is out just tomorrow. So there we have it, folks. There is the new event. I really can't wait to see what else is going to happen in it. Do you like those skins? Are you even more excited for now? What do you think about that PvE mode where we're going to be fighting bots? I'm really can't wait to play it tomorrow night. And of course, I'll be doing loads of videos on it tomorrow night, maybe a live stream. So do come back to this channel tomorrow evening, whatever time it is for you, and come check it out. If you like this video, please do throw a like, subscribe, comment in the comments below with what you think, and of course do check out all of my other Overwatch lore, story, and other videos down here. Cheers for tuning in. I've been Hammeh. Take it easy.